Many experts say a growing number of teenagers are at risk from relationships that end in violence and abuse. Tomorrow night, 48 Hours has the story of two high school seniors. They seem like the perfect couple until they split up. As Tracy Smith reports, their breakup finally turned deadly.
Just after daybreak on July 4th, 2011, 18-year-old Lauren Astley's body was discovered in this marsh near her home in Wayland, Massachusetts. She had been strangled, her throat cut.
I was hoping up to the last moment that it was not her.
Malcolm Astley had done what no father should ever have to do: identify the body of his first and only child.
It's still really hard for me to believe.
Lauren's mother, Mary Dunn.
I'm so grateful that I have different recordings of her, and it's something that nourishes me every day.
Don't lose it, don't leave it.
In high school, Lauren sang in an a cappella group
Come on, leave me breathless.
and began dating fellow classmate Nathaniel Fujita, a star wide receiver at Wayland High.
They were both very attractive. They seemed like the ideal couple.
But their 3-year relationship was a roller coaster ride.
They started getting sort of chronically into fights and would be back together, broken up, back together, broken up.
And then, in the spring of senior year, Lauren broke it off with Nathaniel for good.
That was not so good for him. He felt a sense of loss.
Nathaniel's uncle, George Mattingly.
He had gone from a kid who was always on the move to a kid who was basically lying on the couch looking miserable.
Nathaniel's mother was so worried she took her son to see a psychiatrist, but Nathaniel refused treatment.
Was Lauren worried about him?
Lauren was worried about him.
Good friend Genevieve Flynn.
She would say, like, do you think I should do something? Do you think I should talk to him? Maybe I should try and help him.
And on July 3rd, Lauren made plans to visit Nathaniel after she left work. Investigator Tony DeLucia.
There's a video surveillance of Lauren leaving the mall on the phone the night she's killed. He's on the phone with Nathaniel Fujita.
That phone call was the last time anyone heard from Lauren.
And when they told me that they had found her body, I remember just bellowing, "Don't let it be Nate, don't let it be Nate."
But it was Nate. On July 5th, 2011, Nathaniel Fujita was arrested and charged with Lauren's murder.
In all of our talking that we did about boys and drinking and drugs and driving, I mean, you name it, and I've never even heard that term before, breakup violence.
It is a new term, breakup violence. Tracy Smith, good to have you here. Because how many times do people say they seem like the perfect couple until they weren't? And it's typical for many girls to say, I need to help him.
That's right. And this is what happens is when that relationship ends, it's the most volatile time in a relationship. And that's when there's this uncontrollable surge of anger, and it can lead to verbal, physical abuse, and in this case, death.
What about the role of social media in this breakup violence?
Well, have you ever been dumped? Have you been dumped? That pain that we felt, imagine that now times 100 because it's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Everybody knows about it. I mean, it just amplifies it.
It's no longer a private matter.
No, exactly.
And so is it getting worse for teens because of that? Is there more breakup violence?
Yes, yes. We know that 1 in 3 teens and young adults is the victim of some sort of abuse, physical, verbal, emotional, sexual. So you think that the most volatile time, as we know, in an adult abusive relationship is the breakup, when someone tries to leave. Same thing with teenagers.
So what can be done?
That's a great question. I think one of the things we need to target is young men, to give them some outlet other than anger. And that's what this young woman's father is actually going out and doing. He's going out and speaking to young men, saying, you need to step up, we need to change this.
It's such a shame because they're so young, Tracy. They're so...
It's tragic. Yeah. It's absolutely tragic. And this has been hidden. I've been covering this for 15 years now, teen dating violence, and it's time that we start talking about it and getting something done.
Yeah, talking about it often. Thank you, Tracy. You can see Tracy's full report. It's called Love to Death on 48 Hours tomorrow night at 10. That's 9 Central here on CBS.